Have you ever dreamt of a better version of yourself? Younger, more beautiful, more perfect. One single injection unlocks your DNA, starting a new cellular division that will release another version of yourself. This is The Substance.
Saturday night, I went to see The Substance, the new horror film starring Demi Moore. Is it, as the hype is making it out to be, one of the best films of 2024, or is it one of those pictures that thinks it's far cleverer than it really is? So, what did I think? Elizabeth Sparkle, Demi Moore, has hit her 50th birthday and has been fired from her job as a celebrity TV aerobics instructor. After an accident that same day, Elizabeth is offered a second chance at life with the material known only as The Substance. All she and her rejuvenated self, Sue, played by Margaret Qualley, have to do is follow the instructions they have been given to the letter. But will youth or experience win out? By now, I'm sure you'll all have heard the hype from other critics and reviewers on how The Substance is some sort of high watermark in modern horror. It's definitely the way it's being marketed. Writer-director Coraline Farge has not brought us a horror film, however, but a deeply disturbing, satirical fairy tale on the price people are willing to pay to get what they wish for. Now, before I go any further, I have to say Farge has pulled a barnstorming performance from her cast. Dennis Quaid oozes sleaze almost through every pore of his face in an over-the-top but perfectly judged performance as Elizabeth and Sue's misogynistic boss.
Pretty girls should always smile!
Margaret Qualley as Sue, the younger version, exudes the youthful sex appeal that was once Elizabeth's. But the film belongs to Moore. I don't think I've ever seen anyone more so born for a part. Moore has never had a standout role, despite what some in the late 90s might have said. But here, her performance, whether at the start where she is still stunning at 61, a full 11 years older than the character she's playing, or underneath a disturbing full bodysuit where her eyes have to do the emoting, gives the performance of her life. So much so, it is impossible to conceive this film without Demi Moore in it. Just as the characters of Elizabeth and Sue are constantly reminded they are the same person, Demi and the film are one. In fact, I would say Moore should be getting deserved recognition in the upcoming awards season for her performance. While director Farge has created a visual fever dream straight out of the 80s with bizarre and often disturbing camera angles to enhance the disgust, the discomfort we feel. A simple act of eating from Dennis Quaid's mouth, lips smacking together as he chews and crunches on seafood, to the effects of aging on the female form. Farge chooses to focus on the female figure in tight close-ups, conveying the lust, the voyeurism of the watching audience, both in the film and those watching in the cinema. Farge is also to be praised for one of the best single shots I have ever seen. It conveys the fall of Elizabeth Sparkle's career from the top, simply using the image of her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame as it decays over the decades. As for effects, Farge collaborated with makeup effects artist Pierre-Olivier Persin and key makeup artist Stephanie Guillon. Guillon's work emphasizing the perfect, pristine, artificial beauty of those before the camera, while Persin and his crew at Pop Effects have created practical monstrosities, body horrors as disturbing and gut-wrenching as anything we have seen before, from The Thing to Videodrome to The Fly, with sequences that will have you squirming in your seat. I will say this, if you are of a sensitive nature, don't go into this on a full stomach. Now, I can hear you all ask, it's praise all the way, what's the problem? Just like the characters it portrays on screen, The Substance is two-dimensional, empty, and unlike what other critics may claim, is not very original. The influences of other and better body horror pictures are obvious, from Videodrome to Brian Youngs' Society. While thematically, The Substance is extremely similar to John Frankenheimer's Seconds.
Begin again, all new, all different. It's a masterpiece.
I'm Nora Marks.
I'm Tony Wilson.
All the while, never being able to escape the feeling that this is nothing more than just another retelling of the picture of Dorian Gray. While the film itself outstays its welcome by about 25 minutes, crawling its way to an ending in a scene of Grand Guignol that is so comical and so over the top that it makes Mr. Creosote from Monty Python's The Meaning of Life look like a hard-hitting Ken Loach picture.
Order.
When I was growing up in the 80s in this part of Ireland, we didn't have McDonald's or Burger King. We had Burgerland. And it was, as it sounds, it did the job, but really couldn't match those it copied. But we didn't know any better. And it's the same with the substance. It's inspired by the body horror movies of the 80s and early 90s, and it does its job. But it's still a copy, an imitation of far better films that have come before. Now, that doesn't mean not to go see it. It is visually shocking and needs to be seen on the biggest screen possible to get the full effect of what Farge intended to do. But it's also, as I said, empty and just not as good as what it's trying to emulate. Just like a Burgerland burger. It's good. Once. But I don't think I'll ever try it again.
Please, sir, I want some more.
More?
All right, stop it. Stop it right there. Go on, fill up the bowl.
And if you like this episode of So What Did I Think and want to see more, please click like and subscribe. Remember, always subscribe. Thanks for watching.